You're listening to The Riley King Show. Good morning and happy Friday. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Friday edition of The Riley King Show. It's Friday, February 6th, 2026. Coming up on today's program, Rockingham County Commissioners table an ICE detainee contract after public outcry. More organizations cut ties with investor Dean Kamen following newly released Epstein-related emails. And a campus carry bill advances in New Hampshire House. We'll also hear highlights from Governor Kelly Ayotte's State of the State address, plus Senator Lindsey Graham and Joni Ernst are set to headline a Concord GOP dinner next month. And making national headlines, a U.S. strike in the Eastern Pacific leaves 2 suspected narco-terrorists dead. New concern in the disappearance case involving Savannah Guthrie's mother. The White House criticized New Jersey governor over an ICE monitoring patrol, and President Trump launches TrumpRx.gov, promising major prescription drug discounts. That's all coming up on this Friday edition of The Riley King Show. Let's get started now. First up, we are going to take a listen to your traffic and weather update. Good morning, I'm Riley King with your traffic and weather. Together is Friday, February 6th, 2026. Let's begin with your traffic update. Good morning. Taking a look at your Friday morning traffic across southern and central New Hampshire, things are moving smoothly overall. In the Manchester area, I-93 and Route 101 are both looking clear with no major slowdowns. Traffic is also flowing well through Bedford, Merrimack, and down into Nashua. On the seacoast, Route 16 and I-95 near Dover and Portsmouth are in good shape with steady movement. Across the border into Massachusetts on I-495 and I-95 near Haverhill and Newburyport are also running smoothly. Overall, a pretty quiet commute, no major backups showing right now. And now let's take a look at your weather update. Today, overcast, high 26, winds light and variable. Tonight, snow showers early will become steadier snow overnight. Very cold, low near 15, winds light and variable. Chance of snow, 70%, 1 to 3 inches of snow expected. And tomorrow, snow during the morning will give way to lingering snow showers during the afternoon. High 22, winds north at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of snow, 60%, 1 to 3 inches of snow expected. And that is your traffic and weather together right on 603 News Now. Okay, that's a look at your traffic and weather together. Now, let's begin with the program here on The Riley King Show. First up, Rockingham Commissioners table ICE detainee contract after public outcry. Rockingham County Commissioners have voted to indefinitely table a proposed contract with Immigration and Customs Enforcement to house detainees at the Rockingham County Jail. The decision came Thursday after protesters gathered outside the county building, opposing a plan that would have allowed ICE to house up to 150 people at the jail over 5 years. Commissioner Thomas Trombello cited concerns over staff morale, leadership, uncertainty as the county searches for a new jail superintendent, and questions about long-term federal funding. The motion passed 2-1, drawing loud applause from the crowd. ICE has not responded to a request for comment. More groups cut ties with Dean Kamen after Epstein emails released. More organizations are distancing themselves from New Hampshire investor Dean Kamen following newly released Justice Department documents showing multiple email exchanges between Kamen and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, including an invitation to Epstein's Island in 2013. Beta Technologies says Kamen is on indefinitely leave while the company investigates. Sequel, a medical tech company Kamen co-founded, says it is consulting with an outside law firm. An XPRIZE also says Kamen is no longer involved. Kamen has not responded to a request for comment. He is not accused of wrongdoing and has said he had no knowledge of Epstein's crimes. Campuses carry bill advances to New Hampshire House. A bill that would lift gun bans at New Hampshire's public colleges and universities is moving forward after clearing the House. Republicans passed the so-called campus carry legislation Thursday on a vote of 188 to 165, led by Republican Representative Sam Farrington of Rochester, a University of New Hampshire student. Democrats largely opposed the measure, warning it could increase safety risk on campus and complicate law enforcement responses during emergencies. Supporters argued similar policies in other states have not led to increased violence. The bill now heads to the Senate. Ayotte focuses on nuclear energy, schools, and safety in state address. Governor Kelly Ayotte used her State of State address Thursday to spotlight energy policy, education, and public safety. Ayotte announced plans to position New Hampshire as a leader in next-generation nuclear power, directing the Department of Energy to work with lawmakers and the industry stakeholders. She also criticized neighboring states for driving up regional electricity costs and took aim at the Public Utilities Commission over rate concerns. On education, Ayotte called for a study into why some districts are outperforming others in reading and literacy. She also highlighted efforts on housing and child care, though Democrats questioned whether her proposals go far enough. Graham, Ernst to headline Concord GOP dinner. 2 U.S. senators are set to visit New Hampshire next month. WMUR reports Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina and Joni Ernst of Iowa will headline the Concord Republican City Committee's Lincoln Reagan dinner on March 5th. Graham, a former presidential candidate, is familiar to Granite State voters after campaigning in New Hampshire a decade ago. Both senators are expected to empathize the stakes of New Hampshire's upcoming U.S. Senate race. U.S. strike in Eastern Pacific kills 2 suspected narco-terrorists. U.S. forces say they killed 2 suspected narco-terrorists during a strike in Eastern Pacific, targeting a vessel believed to be operated by a designated terrorist organization. Officials say the operation is part of ongoing efforts to dispute criminal and terror-linked trafficking network in the region. TMZ founder raises alarm over ransom note in Guthrie family case. TMZ founder Harvey Levin says a portrayed ransom note connected to the disappearance of Savannah Guthrie's mother includes specifics, detailed information that does not appear random. Levin suggests the wording could indicate the person behind the note is nearby as investigators work to determine where it came from and who may be responsible. White House rebukes New Jersey governor over ICE monitoring patrol. The White House strongly criticized New Jersey governor after she announced plans for a state-run online patrol that would allow residents to upload video and information about U.S. immigration and custom enforcement agents operating in the state. The administration called the idea harmful to law enforcement and urged a focus on tackling criminal activity instead. The governor's office says the patrol is intended to increase transparency and protect New Jerseyans amid rising concern about federal immigration enforcement. Trump unveils TrumpRx.gov, promises lower prescription drug prices. President Trump has launched a new prescription drug website, TrumpRx.gov, prompting what he calls historic discounts through newly announced drug pricing deals. The Trump says the initiative is aimed at ending years of U.S. consumer subsidies, lowering medication costs in other countries. And thank you for listening to this edition of The Riley King Show. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye now.